that for us at the Presidential Advisory Committee Against Corruption, assisting the President and by extension this government, any effort to fight corruption in Nigeria is welcome. We don't overrate any effort and we don't underrate any effort. I have said several times that for us in Nigeria, we are lucky. We have a president and a vice president that have consistently said that let us fight corruption for Nigeria to prosper. Their message since they came into office has been that Nigeria will not realize its potentials so long as we have corruption. And the message is still the same. But it's very clear that the president and the vice president alone cannot fight corruption in Nigeria. ICPC, EFCC, Code of Conduct Bureau, NFIU, and all the anti-corruption agencies alone cannot fight corruption in this country. Therefore, a multi-stakeholder approach is required, and that's why we have quite a number of civil society organizations adding their voice. And that's why we commend HEDA. But going forward, as a committee, we have realized that professional bodies have a very major role to play in the fight against corruption. This is because they can block corruption or they can facilitate it. In Nigeria, by and large, many of them facilitate corruption with impunity. And by this I mean bankers, accountants, auditors, lawyers, architects, engineers. They are collaborators instead of blockers of corruption in this country. For example, lawyers have turned the fight against corruption into a business. That is why in Rwanda they are defined as people engaged in private activity for private gain. So long as you have the issue of administrative justice as a business, then we are not going to have the justice we require. So professional bodies must be professional bodies. But we have a situation in Nigeria where some people control professional bodies instead of the professional bodies controlling the members. I have said several times that I belong to ASU. ASU controls me, I don't control ASU. But NBA is controlled by some elements instead of NBA controlling the members. So this kind of mentality, this kind of psychology of associations operating at the whims and caprices of some members has to stop. And that's why each and every professional body has professional code of conduct, and we have to adhere to them. In Nigeria today, we have what is called the National Ethics and Integrity Policy. So as citizens, we have a duty to adhere to the National Ethics and Integrity Policy. We should be able to do the right thing even if nobody is watching us. But we have a situation where people complain, but they don't do the right things themselves. So for you to have a moral high ground to complain about things going wrong in our country, please try to do the right thing yourselves. So for us at the Presidential Advisory Committee Against Corruption, a lot has been done to add to the mix in the fight against corruption. EFCC, ICPC, Code of Conduct Bureau, NFIU, many others are doing a lot, and they have done a lot in this country in the fight against corruption. You can say that we are not where we want to be, but certainly we are not where we were. We have made some progress, and we can do more if we collaborate. People can complain that things are not still going on rightly, yes, but look at what is being done at the federal government level. A lot has been done. Please tell me what is being done at the states and local governments. Can we have the states and local governments to do 50% of what is being done by the federal government in the fight against corruption? Nigeria will be better. States and local governments are not doing 1/10 of what the federal government is doing regarding the fight against corruption. How many governors come out forcefully to say that corruption is even bad? But the president, the vice president, since 2015 to date, and I'm sure until the end of this government, they will continue to tell Nigerians that corruption is bad, corruption is evil, we should fight it. So let's go to the states and local governments. Let the local governments and states do what the federal government is doing. At least 48% or more of national resources go to the states and local governments on a monthly basis. So let's pay attention to federal government very well, but let's pay attention to states and local governments. By the time we add our superintendents to local governments and states, then things will be better in Nigeria. Therefore, we should fight corruption, not that it is just a campaign mantra of the president. It's not personal. If Nigeria is rid of corruption, it's not personal to the president or the vice president or ICPC or EFCC. It's our collective joy. It's our collective benefit. Everybody will benefit if we have a Nigeria without corruption. It's not the president or any government official. Once we have a Nigeria that is stable, prosperous, then it means corruption has been fought. For us, at the Presidential Advisory Committee Against Corruption, there is no going back in the fight against corruption. Professionals, if you want to hold people accountable, please hold yourselves accountable. Professionals, if you want ethics on you or others, please be ethical. Be professional as well.